Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw with it. Welcome back to another with a story. I got distracted and I totally forgot it started recording already, but nevertheless. This is the part 0 of What If Deku Crash Landed on Earth. By title, Izuku is going to be some sort of you know, alien. His species are called the Zen. Zen are a warrior-like race, very intelligent, very adept in technology. They con- they conquer planet after planet until the rest of the universe had enough, as they band together to fight the Zen Empire, almost exterminating the entire race as the Zen species scattered all around the universe in hiding until the day they can reemerge and take their vengeance. There's a young blue-haired boy working on working on his workbench, fiddling with this coffin-like weapon that you see in the back and in the picture. That's behind him. As the workshop starts to flush red, the young boy rushes over to the bridge of the ship. The boy called out to the artificial intelligence that was installed in the spaceship. Status, Alice. A holographic a hol- sorry, a holograph appeared of a young woman with silver hair appeared in front of the young master, or her master, her creator. We're being attacked by a unknown vessel. The holograph is white hair, like I said, with pointy ears, basically. Looks like an older version of their species. The young boy jump off the chair that was way too big for him. I see, Alice. Open fire. Of course, young master. Fire the main cannons. The force field shielding the main cannons, the hatch deactivated. Slowly, the alien cannons move forward to be visible. The two main cannons start to charge a bright red energy. The artificial intelligence fluctuate the energy as it opened fire, hitting the unknown vessel, bypassing its shields. As a surge of energy goes through the entire ship, killing all the life forms on board. The second beam, sorry, the second beam of energy hit a nearby planet. The planet is going through the process of exploding. It would take several hours before the planet fully explodes. Shall I activate the hyperspace, young master? Yes. Engage the hyperspace hyperspace drive. The ship begins to emanate a red aura as it shoots off into space, entering hyperspace. Several days in hyperspace, the ship immediately got thrown out of hyperspace as the ship repeatedly to jump in and out of hyperspace, overheating the hyperdrive engine. Young master, I found an influx in the hyperdrive. I ran a diagnostic. The hyperdrive is unstable. If you don't stop the current process of the ship, sorry, if you if you don't stop the current process of the ship will be destroyed itself by the pressure of each jump. Estimating we have 8 more jumps before the destruction of the vessel. What what are our options, Alice? Option 1. You need to take the escape pod. The likelihood of you Receiving rescue is not likely. Our second option is to purge the hyperdrive. By doing so, everything outside of the life support will be non-functional until the proper repairs are made. In simple terms, we would be dead in the water. Doing such a action, I would temporarily deactivate. Sorry. During such action, I would be temporarily deactivated during that time. We don't have enough resources for you to survive for a long voyage. I suggest you go into one of the cryopods. Luckily, the cryopods are on a separate circuit, so they won't be affected when you purge the hyperdrive. Taking this option has a higher degree of success than the first option, young master. Doesn't seem like I have a choice. The first option is basically suicide. Very well, Alice. How long will it take to purge the hyperdrive? Once implemented. 30 minutes, sir. Very well. The moment I enter cryo sleep, initiate the purge. Understood, master. Good. Once I purge the hyperdrive, master, I'll go into my deactive mode to prevent any damage to my AI core. Very well, Alice. The young boy walked to the cryo chambers. As he stood into the cryo pod, as they began to after he puts himself in cryo sleep, the process of begin the process of cryo sleep. The moment he entered cryo sleep, Alice began to purge the hyperdrive. The hyperdrive was thrown out into space. As the ship began, sorry, as the ship becomes dead in the water, then the AI went into hibernation mode to prevent her AI core to be damaged. The ship drifted in space for several months until it came across upon a random wormhole. The wormhole sucked up the ship and spat it out in the Milky Way. As the ship slowly drifts to the direction of Earth, as the ship got caught in the gravitational pull of Earth, setting the Earth and setting the ship in the atmosphere of Earth. The ship finally entered the atmosphere of Earth, basically, and crash landed on the prehistoric Earth during the time of the dinosaurs. It landed on the giant continent. The alien ship landed on the land will be known as Japan. After all the continents separate, right now it's a supercontinent, so Earth hasn't spread them all apart yet. As time passed, the ship was concealed by the land. What was once a desolate wasteland became a rich forest. Dinosaurs came and went. Even during the Ice Age, the ship was untouched. Even when humans began to populate the world, they were unaware of the ship's resting place. Even when the humans started to develop technology quarks, the ship was never disturbed. The first generation of quarks came and went. The rise of One for All came, and in the reign of Alt Might came about. Many people forgot about the golden age of heroes. Many heroes were forgotten, like Nana Shimura and Gran Torino. As you cut through a forest, as the villain's running through the forest, like he's being chased. Damn heroes. As the villain runs through the forest, being chased by Midnight and All Might, the villain saw a cave in the distance. With his super speed, he headed strictly towards it. Who's this villain? We're after Midnight. Just a low tier villain, outside of thievery and mugging, It should be easy capture if we could keep up with him. As you can tell, he's quite tricky with his super speed. As long as you can get a hold of him, then I can knock him out with my pheromones. Her basically her quirk. That's a very that's a very good solid plan. I like it. I'll follow your lead on this one. Thank you, All Might. No problem, Midnight. After all, you did the legwork to track him down. Wouldn't want to rain on your parade. Most appreciated, All Might. It looks like he's heading towards the cave. It can't be helped. The moment the artificial intelligence detect life forms, it immediately engaged the waking process of the sleeping of her master. As the liquid tubes start to drain water, as a young boy starts to open up, sorry, open up his eyes, as he opens up the cryo sleep, basically the pod he was in. Ah, stupid thing. Give me a second here, guys. As he started to open up his eyes, as he got dressed, Master, there is a hostile life form nearby. According to my scans, there are two more approaching. The two coming is an unknown life forms. Well, three coming unknown life forms. Can't tell if they're Can't tell the two in the back are hostile, but the first one is. Understood. I'm heading to the armory. Unfortunately, Master, the casket cannon is still non-operable. Understood. As the young boy, with his pointy ears that resembles a elf, opened the case of two energy-based guns, placed his fingers and dragged across the surface of the metal, examining the barrel, admiring the craftsmanship. After all, he created this himself to channel his energy and to produce, sorry, channel his energy that his body produced to use it for ammo for these guns. Most of the species able to use the energy in their body that would resemble magic in the eyes of outsiders of their species. But as a orphan, no one taught him how to properly use his abilities. Alice, activate the nano battle droids. Understood, Master. You damn heroes. Surrender, villain. We we won't hurt you. Make this easy for us. Well, isn't that? Well, it isn't the almighty All Might. Sorry, but that's not going to happen. Doesn't matter what you do here. Sorry, it doesn't matter what you do here. You will be upper-handed and sent to and we will be sending you to the authorities of your crimes. As Midnight gets into a battle stance, they're in the cave by now. Well, not in the cave, but still in the forest, near the cave at least. Don't make me laugh, but I'm quite flattered that you're so fond of me, Midnight. But I'm not going back to jail. The two heroes and villains were unaware of the spaceship in front of them after they got into the cave. After the villains start running around to dodge All Might's attacks, the ship decloaked. Suddenly, everyone heard the noise coming from the right as the ship decloaked itself. As two openings open up on the ship, as two silver orbs drop from the two holes, the heroes and the villain were confused by the big ship and the two silver orbs. It seems to be pulsing some sort of energy. The two silver orbs looked like they were liquid but solid at the same time. The two silver orbs begin to morph into human-like shape. The moment the two battle droids fully transform, they immediately attack the villain and the heroes alike. Each time the villain or the heroes damaged the droid, it would immediately repair itself, even forming new limbs when All Might struck the droid in the face. Shit, this can't be good. I agree, Midnight. It looks like we bit a little more than we could chew this time around. And don't even get me started on the weird looking ship over there. Sorry, there we go. Alice, bring me the one with the fast speed. I'm interested in that one. Understood. I can't wait to study that one. What about the other ones? Get rid of them, but do not terminate them. But do not terminate them. Once we have the species, once we have the specimen, activate the force field. Encase the whole structure we seem to be in. Understood, Master. The three humans see several weird guns coming out of the ship. From the newly formed holes that appeared out of nowhere, and immediately start firing at the heroes as they jump to get some distance from the hostile guns that's shooting at them. Two silver-like claws rush towards and latch onto the villain as electricity begins to shock the villain until he loses consciousness. As it drags it into the ship, as it seems to be gets sunk into the metal, the ship produced some sort of sound, blasting, forcing. The sound alone blasting the heroes, as they had no choice but to evacuate. As the sound wave blasted them outside the cave, before they could do anything, the force field initiated, encasing the cave and keeping the life forms out, keeping the heroes out, basically. All Might walks up to the purple energy dome. The moment All Might touches the shield, All Might got a heavy shock as he got thrown into a tree from the drawback of energy. All Might, are you alright? All Might starts to laugh a little bit. I'm quite alright, Midnight. The thing has that thing has a bit of a kick to it. Future note: don't touch whatever that is. Sometimes you're an idiot. All Might cackles a little bit from that comment. What the old man used to tell me that all the time. Old man. As Midnight has no idea what he's referring. I'll inform Principal Nezu with the situation. Contact me if anything happens while I'm gone. Very well, I'll stand guard while you're... I'll stand guard while you still have to... I'll stand guard while you retrieve Nezu. We still have to recapture the villain. We really don't know what's happening in that ship, whoever that is. Agreed. It's troubling me as well. And we have no idea Who's commanding that ship? I have no, sorry. I'm not in depth in technology, but I look at it, it's quite advanced. We, we can agree on that. All Might started to head back to UA to inform President Nezu of the current situation. All Might inner thoughts. If anyone could figure out what's going on, it would be Nezu. Sorry, let me cut back to where we cut back. We cut back to the inside of the ship as the unconscious villain is strapped on a table in some sort of operation table. The young boy walked into the observing room to observe this new creature that's strapped down on the examination table that resembles a operation table. The specimen is ready, Master. He has regained consciousness. So, it's a male from their species. Correct, Master. What's your orders? Scan its life form. Scan the life form. After scans, take a sample of its blood. I want to know exactly what kind of low life form we have that display interesting abilities. This one's able to move pretty fast. I'm interested in that one. I'm interested in this one. Understood, Master. From his position on the table, he saw the big metal doors slide open as he sees a young boy with pointed ears with blue hair walk in. The villain starts to scream in pain as the young boy is scanning his brain. Hello. I do apologize in advance. This won't be pleasant for you, creature. Who the hell are you, kid? What is this? Where am I? So many questions. I. Sorry. So many questions. What I am in does not matter. You're in my ship. I've never seen a creature like you before. As the young boy holds up some sort of data pad. And your DNA structure is quite fascinating. There's so much I could learn from you. From a simple blood test won't be efficient. Don't worry. Your sacrifice will be well used in the name of science. What the hell are you talking about, kid? When I start the process of examining your DNA structure, unfortunately, you won't survive the process. I do apologize. There's no reason to whine about spilt milk. According to my scans, there's many of you on this world. So I guess one goes missing won't cause any problems. Give me a second here, guys. According to my scans, there's many of you in this world, so I guess one go missing won't cause any trouble. Alice, begin the harvest. The villain hears a voice of a language he doesn't understand. Understood, Master. A metal piece from the roof hovers down with some sort of sharp utensils that's hooked into the metal that's hovering over the villain. As it begins to cut into his body, as the human screams out in pain, as several was harvested and scanned and cataloged in little jars, as is a brain, a couple eyes, a heart, a liver, all the vital organs. When the subject finally died, the corpse was placed in some sort of tank, as the body was made into red paste or ooze for future study. Despite only looking like he's only 6 years old, he's been alive for about 600 years. The final cycle in sorry. The final cycle for the small body is approaching soon, so his body will slowly grow like a normal species from from that point on until he reaches 17 years old by looks. Then he'll go through his second stage of his species. He'll be stuck in 17th. He'll be stuck in the 17th form for many centuries after that. What's the status on the other life forms, Alice? The female of their species is only standing guard, apparently, outside the shield. Shall I capture her as well? Negative. I have a feeling if we take and harvest that one, if we, yeah, sorry, if a feeling we take it, that would cause problems if we harvest that one. We don't know what's going. We don't know their structure of this world yet. What's the status of the ship? All life support is running smoothly. The engine is heavily damaged, and we have no hyperdrive. We have a steady supply of energy cores to maintain flight, but not to break the atmosphere. We just don't have the necessary power. Even if we could break the atmosphere, we have no hyperdrive. And judging by the technology of this world, they're just clearly not advanced enough to help us in any way. They haven't even begun the process of leaving their own planet. So, in layman's terms, we're stuck here. Indeed, young master. Not until their technology improve. They have a decent advanced technology, but not at the level of your species. Do you have any advice how we should proceed? Concerning how we're stuck here, master, maybe striking some sort of deal with these creatures would be the best course of action. Agreed. Open a pathway in the shield to let the female in. I'm curious what she'll do. Command the nanobots to let her through. Well, nano battle droid basically to let her through if she enters the cave. Understood, master. I'll have them. I'll have them put on standby. Midnight is still waiting for the reinforcements. She's still standing in front of the energy field. As the energy field starts to open a gap in the shape of a doorway, Midnight's eyes widen, seeing the solid force field make a doorway for her. I have a bad feeling about this. She continued to wait for reinforcements to arrive. She ultimately let her curiosity get the best of her. As she walked through the open part of the force field, the moment she walked through, the force field became whole again. As she looked at the what used to be open doorway, I knew this was a bad idea. It's too late to turn back now. Midnight walked through the cave. She finally got to where the ship was located. When she saw the nanobots, battle droids basically, she was on guard in a battle stance. But she knows the bots didn't even acknowledge her or her presence in the cave. The ship immediately opened up as Midnight is on edge. Definitely, this is not a good idea. I'm already here. Might as well just go a little way. Welcome, female life form. Welcome aboard. Who's there? My designation is Alice. I'm a artificial intelligence created from my master. My master's expecting you. You are free to look around the ship while we go towards where my master is located. Midnight's inner thoughts. Could tell right away whoever constructed this ship is clearly heavily advanced. Clearly, this technology is far more advanced than David Shields' inventions or anything that the military could come up with. Midnight follows the light that's lighting up in the hallway. As you know, she's being directed toward a certain part of the ship. The holographic image of Alice appeared in front of Midnight. Midnight jumped back in surprise. Please, follow me. What happened to the villain that you captured? Villain, interesting designation. The other life form has been processed already. What does that even mean? What have you done? Everything be clear. The master will explain everything. We're almost there. What did you let me sorry. Why did you let me in? What are you planning? I'm not planning anything. I might be an artificial intelligence. Such an act would not benefit me in any other way. My master wants to see what you would do if he was just curious. You're lucky you caught my master's interest, or you would have shared the same fate of that being you call a villain. And the fact that my master doesn't want to start conflict between your species, he wished to have a audience with you, some dialogue. Midnight and the artificial that's called Alice walk into the big white room where there's a red liquid in a tube. And she sees a young boy holding some sort of data pad examining the DNA goo. Good, you brought it. Good, you brought the lower life form. You may return to your duties. I understood, Master. It's just a boy. The looks of him, he's only like 6 or 7 years old. What's your name, life form? Without looking away from his data pad, I go by Midnight when I'm on duty. Where's your parents? Dead, I suppose. Never met them. Where did you exactly come from? What's your quirk? Do you have some sort of mutation quirk? Quirk? What's that? Our powers. Quirks. Clearly, you should know about this. Fascinating. So that's what you call your abilities. No, I don't have one of those quirks you mentioned. And for your query, I don't know how long I've been on this planet. I I was in my cryosleep. I only woke up recently. Are you suggesting that you're alien? I'm glad you have a sense of humor, kid. I don't have a sense of humor, well, whatever that is. I'm an alien after all. I'm a superior life form compared to your race. I highly doubt that. What is your name? That is a curious question. I don't have one. I will allow you to give me one. Not having a name would be problematic. Forgive me to interrupt your meeting with the lower life form master, but more of their people has arrived. Let them in. Alice guide Alice appeared and guided Midnight to meet her companions. As they direct them, Alice guide Lady Midnight to her kind and direct them back to me. I have some I have to do some work still. So much to done, so much to learn. Understood, sir. As the artificial intelligence directed Midnight out of the ship to meet her companions, back at the back at the forest where the force field's at. Nezu had his hands in his pockets, staring at Nezu's looking at the force field with curiosity. Quite fascinating. Be careful, sir. It leaves quite a nasty shock. Where's Midnight? She was here when I last left. Nezu and All Might sees Midnight and some sort of unknown person standing in front of the barrier on the opposite side. Sorry, guys. Things keep disappearing on me. What? How did he get over there? How did he get past the barrier? With a smirk on her face, apparently I have a little admirer. Nezu was quite curious of the woman standing next to Midnight. He noticed the silver hair in the pointed ears. The portal opened up a little bit for them to pass through. Please, follow me. My master is expecting you. Hello there. I'm Principal Nezu. It's very nice to meet you, young lady. I'm Alice. Please follow me. Who is she, Midnight? Apparently some sort of artificial intelligence. There we go. Fascinating. I've never seen one of these before. At least, not so advanced. Nezu waved his hand through the holographic image of the AI. A hologram. Quite advanced. Hologram. Now I'm more intrigued to meet your creator. The artificial intelligence, the holographic image of the AI didn't even react to Nezu's remarks or passing his hand through the holograph. Finally, they got to the ship where the cave was at. As they walk into the spaceship, Nezu jumping around like a kid in a candy store, seeing all the advanced technology when they were walking through the ship. They finally got to the room where Izuku's at. Principal Nezu was shocked to see a little boy filling with some sort of control panel placed on the wall next to the tube of red ooze. The young boy turned around to see a small mouse looking at him with curiosity. Hi, hello there, young man. I am Principal Nezu, and you are? I don't have a name currently. Current time. Or currently. No matter, we can always figure it out later. May I ask, where the villain that you captured? The young boy pointed at the tube of red ooze. Nezu's eyes widened at the gesture. He got the gist of it. What happens to the villain? Why did you do that? Why did you kill him? I was simply curious of your species. All Might had a really strange feeling about the kid, as All Might burst into speed towards the young man. With a flick of the alien's finger, or Izuku's finger, All Might got tossed against the wall. Without even looking at All Might. I suggest you keep your barbarian in check. I wish not to kill you all, but if you push me, I will. We understand. Can you please release All Might? Very well. But remember, if you try something like that again, you're all dead. I might be curious about your species, but even I have my limits when it comes to my patience. Relax, we're all friends here. What do you want? I'm curious about your species. I wish to learn. I can only learn so much from that being you called a villain using that method I used earlier. I suppose that could be arranged. I have a few conditions, though. Very well. Name your conditions. I would like to have a physical done. Nothing too bad, just some blood work done. And second, no killing. No more turning people into ooze. Third, you must obey the law of this planet. I'm still unsure what you say is true, that you're an alien. A simple blood test can fix that, if you're indeed from the stars, as you claim. Then you be placed under a care of whom I'm choosing. Sorry, persons of my choosing. Do you have any problems with my conditions? Your conditions are acceptable. Nezu reached out his hand for the young boy to shake his hand. As the young boy looked at the small rodent with curiosity, actually decided to shake the little rodent's hand. As that's where we're going to leave it off. Hope you guys have a good night and day, Jojo Tombstones, and I'll catch you in the next video.